Good morning, stamping friends. How is everyone today? Today is Tuesday, September 13th, and we are well into September already. You might notice I have my hashtag empty nest shirt on. This cute little shirt was given to me by my good friend Pat Brannon. Oh my goodness, she gave me the cutest little gift for being an empty nester. You know, that Sweet Songbirds stamp set that we have. So she made the empty nest with that stamp set and just made the cutest little ensemble of gifts. And this is one of the items. So thank you, Pat, if you're watching. So I'm definitely getting used to the empty nest, even though I miss my little Brady bug. He'll always be my little Brady bug. But anyway, he's doing well in school and we are surviving here. And luckily I have my little cozy crafted treat to keep me busy. I've been cutting paper like you wouldn't believe. And I've even called in the troops, and my mom and sister have been here with a couple other helpers on the side. So we are getting it done slowly but surely. It's a lot of things to cut out. But today I wanted to break from that, and I want to share with you a little Halloween project that I came up with. Oh my goodness, I love making little treat things. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I think you're going to enjoy it. It's something that's very easy to duplicate, and you might want to make this for some of your friends or your grandkids or your coworkers, or just many opportunities to make a gift like this. So I'm going to turn my camera around and let's get started. Before I share the project with you today, I just want to go over a few things that you may have taken advantage of already, but if not, I just want to share with you. As you know, Stampin' Up! Is hosting weekly deals all through the month of September, and there will be a new set of products every Thursday. So for this week, which we only have a couple days left to take advantage, we have all these products available at a sale price. So I'm not going to read through them all. You can kind of see from the pictures, or I will post these again on my blog and on my Facebook pages so that you can see and take advantage of these. And then watch next Thursday for another round of sale items. The other thing I want to mention is the Perfect Partners, and this is only through September 30th. We have all these stamp sets that are in the annual catalog. However, they do not have dies in the annual catalog. So what Stampin' Up! Did was they made the dies to go with all of these stamp sets. So if you already own the stamp set, you may want to grab these dies, or if you don't have either one of them, you can get them, and they are bundled at 10% off. So this is a really good deal. But remember, it's only through September 30th. So you have a couple weeks left to take advantage of that. One other thing that we have going on with Stampin' Up! Is World Card Making Day, which is on October 1st. Now, this is going to be a really fun event for anyone. You can be a demonstrator already. You can be a customer. Anyone can participate. And the way you sign up if you want to participate is just go to my Stampin' Up! Store, and there's a sign up area there. However, you don't even have to sign up. It's going to be on, I believe it's a Zoom call possibly, or maybe it's just recorded, but you will be able to, not even have to register, and you can just join us on that day. So this is going to be on October 1st, and these are the stamp sets that they're going to be using. Cottage Rose and Cottage Wreaths are already available, but you have a chance to pre-order something that's going to be in the next mini catalog, and it's called Warm Welcome, and it's bundled, and you get to purchase this before it's even in the catalog. And I know it's kind of hard to see. It's a cute little door with some welcome and birthday things in there, and so I'm going to also post this on my blog and Facebook page so you can get a better look at that. And if you get these together, you can get it bundled. All right, so I think that's all for my little commercial here. Let's get on to the project now. The stamp sets that we're going to be using today are my two favorite Halloween ones, Scary Cute and Bewitching. Aren't these adorable? If you look at any of my past Halloween projects on my blog, you're going to see in my house, and many of my projects have these cute little witch feet everywhere. I even decorate with these. So you know that this was the first item that I got in the Halloween section when the new catalog came out. And then we're also going to use this cute little mini pocket envelope die. Isn't this adorable? I think this even holds a gift card. Let me grab one of my gift cards and see. Yes, that is perfect for the gift card. So if you have a gift card, or even a little chocolate treat will fit in here. But look at all the extras you get. This is actually a bow, and then the tassels of the bow, that's what this little design is. Mini tags and little different ways of like closing if you'd like, and they even threw a leaf in there, but it's just a really nice die to have. We are going to be using the designer series paper called Gingham Cottage. It's really a nice assortment, and you get 48 sheets for only $30, and it's found in the mini catalog, and we're going to be using that black and orange traditional color. So what I did for starters was I just die cut the little pocket die, and there's actually score lines on here that you can barely see, but on this side you can. I can even feel them. So we're just going to, let's see, fold on the first one right here and use your bone folder. And then this one, do you see where it's notched out? It's just going to fold over just barely here, and that's where we're going to adhere it to the back side. And then there's also one on the bottom, so just fold up here on that score line. And then for adhering it, you can either use Tombow liquid glue or your Stampin' Seal. And I think I'm going to use a Stampin' Seal just because sometimes I get a little glue happy, and if a little bit spreads out and goes beyond the edges, then there's a chance that it could glue shut. So I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal because I know that it won't go over the edge. But I am going to do it on the silicone mat because you can see it's going over a little bit, and this will just catch it, and then you can just wipe that off. So just fold those up and then just easily seal this, and half the work is done. Isn't that cute? Let me grab my gift card again and show you how easily that slides in and out. Actually, this Amazon one, I didn't even plan this. It goes perfectly with this. Oh my goodness. Not that I give too many Amazon cards for Halloween, but hey, it's all about the color and matchy-matchy, right? All right, so we have this part constructed. Now for the fun part. Let's set this aside, and what we're going to do next is take the Witch Hat punch, and this coordinates with Bewitching. And so if you purchase this with that Bewitching stamp set that I showed you that had the legs on it and the hat, you can save 10%. So that's a great deal. So what I'm going to do is just punch out 2 hats with this, and I just have our basic black, and it doesn't matter if the stars don't get in there because I might add a few. I guess I will include that. This is the band, but we're not going to use that on this one. So I need 2 of these. So just go ahead and punch 2, making sure that the hat is all the way in that area. All right, and let's move all these to the side because we don't need them yet. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is get your silicone mat again, and we're gonna grab our Stampin' Seal, and I just want you to make, let's see, I think we're gonna trim this down a little bit. Put these together. I think I made a practice one because I wanted to make sure it turned out before I showed you guys, and it's a little bit too big, so we're just going to trim this down a little bit. So just maybe go like here. I know you're saying this is the weirdest looking hat, but believe me, it's going to be okay. So just trim those points off, and you'll understand in just a second. All right, now we have a shorter hat that does not look like a witch hat anymore, but that's not really what we're after here. All right, now take one of them and put your Stampin' Seal on there. Just maybe do 2 lines of it. All right, the next thing we're going to do is I have some black tulle here. And this is just, it comes on a roll. This is the width. I just got it at a craft store. Pretty much anywhere sells this. And we're going to roll it 3 times. So 1, and do about maybe a 1-inch roll. 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to cut it off. And it doesn't have to be perfect because a lot of this is going to be covered up. And the reason we're making it triple is just so that it looks a little bit thicker. Now what we're going to do is just start gathering on here. So just go on the edge and gather it kind of pretty tight. So we have a nice edge down here. And this tape is so tacky, it's really going to stick well and make some nice tight gathers. And now you can see why I made it shorter, because if you make it the whole length of this, it's just going to be too big. Now we got to make this end a little bit more uniform. All right, you see how that, let's see, this end I'm not liking. Let me see if I can make that a little more uniform. There we go. All right, now, whoopsie, now it came unrolled. I could just stick that up in there because we are going to be cutting it later. All right, that's pretty good. Now we're going to do one more and put Stampin' Seal let me make sure I have the right side. These are gonna match up, so this is the right side. So put a couple more rolls of, or a little more tape on here, like that. And now this is gonna make it stick even more because we have a bottom layer that has tape on it, and this will be the top layer. And just line the witch hat up with the other one, and then make sure all of this is within these edges like that. All right, now just press it really tight. And now what we're gonna do is we are gonna take the top of this, and I'm gonna grab my fabric scissors. Well, yeah, my fabric scissors. I use this one for fabric or ribbon. And we're just gonna follow this along and just cut, and it's gonna get rid of those loops in there that we had, like that. Okay, what does that look like? Can you tell yet? Okay, and if you wanna kind of spread it out so it's evenly like that. All right, now let's pull this a little bit extra like that. Okay, throw that away. Now what we're gonna do is, we really don't even need the top part here. So we're just gonna cut this off too, maybe about to this brim, I think would be okay. All right, so really all we were after is that bottom piece. Now, before we play with that, we are gonna add some, let me trim off a little bit of this side here. I don't like how this is sticking down like that. Okay, and this top is a little bit too tall. You can just kind of trim it. Can you tell what it's gonna be yet? All right, now we're gonna set that part aside and we're gonna work on the feet. And what I did was I just stamped this in Memento Black. And there's just a tiny bit of coloring that needs to be done here. And I'm just gonna stick with the colors that we're using. And I'm gonna color her socks pumpkin pie. This is actually the dark pumpkin pie blend. Remember, you have to use Memento ink, otherwise it will, if you use StazOn, it's gonna pull the black ink into your coloring. Then I'm gonna make the buckle. This is dark Daffodil Delight, and we're just gonna make the buckle the bright yellow. Now there's one other little part that I needed to adjust on here. I'm gonna have the witch feet coming out. In case you didn't know, this is actually gonna be a witch skirt, but it doesn't really look like it yet. I wanna make these stick up. However, I want as much of the legs showing that I can. So what I took was just like maybe 1/4 of an inch of black cardstock, and I'm gonna cut this in half, and I'm just gonna make these kind of an extension of the feet. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of put them on here with a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, and this way I have something for the feet to grab onto when I adhere them to the back of this. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna show a little bit of the dress. I guess you could put it under like that, but I think if you show a little bit, it's gonna look like it really is the witch's skirt. But before we do that, we're going to adhere this to the back of the skirt like this, and kind of line up the bottom of the leg with the bottom of the skirt like that. Now remember, the reason I had to put those little tabs back there is because I wanted to be able to, I wanted you to be able to see the whole leg. If I taped this part down, the leg would be so short. See that? It would be like that. You couldn't even see her, her cute little socks. Oh, this is still bugging me, this skirt up here in the corner. Sorry, her skirt keeps getting shorter here. All right, so let's just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of these because we need these to go behind the dress like this. And what's nice is you can sit and fiddle with them because it takes a little bit for it to dry, so you can kind of move them over or whatever. You see how it looks like her skirt now? All right, now we are ready to place this. Let me move it over a little bit to the right. We are ready to put this inside the little gift holder. So what I'm gonna do is add Stampin' Seal on the front of this. And again, this one I'm choosing not to use the multi-purpose liquid glue because if it squirts out, then your gift card is gonna be glued shut, or your gift card holder. All right, let's put this in the side like this. Just show a tiny bit of the skirt, like that. And now you can still get that gift card. We'll use our little black and orange Amazon one like that. See how you can still use it? All right, the last thing we need to do, we need to dress up the front a little bit on here. So what I'm gonna do is set that aside again, and let's grab the little tag that actually came with this. It's just a tiny little oval. And we're gonna grab our black ink again. This is Memento Black, and I'm gonna grab the little spider that came with the Scary Cute stamp set, and let's just stamp this in the middle, and we'll have a little spider coming down. And then the other one is about the only sentiment that's gonna fit on this is the word boo. So let's just put boo underneath it, like that. And now if you have, I think, about a 1/8 inch hole punch, that should do it. Let me grab mine here. And just put that at the top or off to the side a tiny bit. And I'm gonna show you a little trick. I also grabbed a little hunk of black baker's twine. Now, sometimes your twine unravels a little bit at the top. You can try to feed it in, but I'm gonna show you a little trick that I know. This is an oldie but a goodie. If you just go to CVS or whatever, your drugstore or Target, and go get some dental flossers, you can use these as kind of like a sewing needle, and we're just gonna thread that through like this, so that you can, you know, get your string through like that. All right, now what we're gonna do is just wrap this around twice, and then don't worry about where the bow falls yet, because we can adjust that. So we're just gonna tie this. You know what? Actually, let's not put this on quite yet. I was so excited to show you that little hack. All right, first we need to just tie it, and I'm gonna tie it in a knot because then it doesn't come loose as I'm trying to do the bow. So just tie it in a knot, and then you can also kind of spread these out. I like to crisscross when I wrap around twice like that. Let me see if it'll go a little bit tighter. Yep. All right, now I want the bow to go a little bit to the right, so let's move it. Now is when we need to do our little needle trick here. So just start from the back side, string this through, and now let's make that bow. So I always tie it one more time. You don't have to do a knot this time, just tie it. And then we'll make the bow here. I maybe could have made the ends a little bit longer, but I think it'll work. There we go. I don't think I even need to trim that down really. All right, so let me spread this out again. And then let's go a little bit higher, like that. All right, there we have it, our cute little gift card holder. Actually, I do want that hiked more to the right. I like to offset things a little bit. And then if you need to adjust the tag so that it's kind of facing down a little bit more. And if you want to trim these a little bit more, feel free. Maybe just a little bit. All right. There you have it. Do you like it? Isn't that fun? Just something a little bit different. Now, I always put my host code up here. In case you see any products that you don't have that you can't live without, please go to my Stamp It Up website, and then also please use the host code. If you order by the 10th of each month, then you'll receive my 3 free Creative You projects that I do for that month. However, if you order after the 10th of each month, it will roll over to the next month. So either way, you'll still get some free projects. And don't forget your host code, and then also the order has to be over $35, and then you can get in on that. I also send a free PDF so that you can create them and have some instructions how to make them. Well, thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel, and I hope you enjoyed the project. You guys have a great week, and we will see you again next week. I do my YouTube lives on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock a.m. Arizona time. Thank you again, everyone. Bye-bye.